This one welcomes you back! Do not be sad, my friend. There are always additional crates available for purchase. Until next time.
The meddler from my memories. Have you come to die? You shattered my wards. You entered my hollow in service to a false god. I'm impressed you made it this far. But your interference ends here. Kill you? I could have done that long ago. You are strong. You overcame obstacles that blocked even the false goddess. Why kill you? You'd make a fine ally. The Tribunal is a lie. They were born as mortals, no more divine than we are. Who are they to sit in judgment on us? They just found a way to gain and wield great power. As I have. And as you shall, if you join me. Let me absorb your strength. Combine it with my own. Have no fear. You won't die, but you will become part of something greater than yourself. Hold. I need. Together we will triumph over the Tribunal.
Another one? But there's something different about this one.
You're right, Mirem. This one's solid.
A visitor? Strange. Your hands, your body, solid, whole. My mother? I have a mother? I don't remember much besides my name. This is my world, my everything. I've never known anything but this place. And you don't belong here. Why are you here? Free? I don't understand. My companions often speak of freedom, as if there's something more somewhere else. But they say we're trapped, that the Keeper holds us in this realm. Up there, on the Western Altar. We can't touch it. You could talk to my companions about freedom. I'll listen.
The power in your hands is familiar, yet I cannot place it. It almost feels... Oh, what I would give to be able to feel anything. To feel the touch of wind on my face, my hand on another's. The Keeper's tricks hold me here. It's locked my soul away and it taunts me with it, holding it in its crazy game of puzzles. It's so close, but it might as well be a million leagues away. On the eastern dais, 2 keys rotate in a pattern around 2 locks on the flagstones. To free my trapped spirit, both keys must be in place on both locks at the same time, or so the Keeper says. I can't touch it. I can't touch anything. But you, can you? If you could strike the keys, slow them down so they reach the locks at the same time. Oh please, you must try it.
My gods have forsaken me, but you radiate divine favor. I sense power in you. Have you come to set us free? The Keeper imprisons us. It binds us to this realm. It mocks us. We can't touch it. We can't touch anything. But you... perhaps. The Keeper says it holds our souls. That's how we're bound. If the Keeper is defeated, perhaps I would be free. The Keeper feeds upon the orbs of ruin around the altar. I've seen it. The Keeper's linked to those orbs. If you attack it, it will turn to the orbs for power. But if you were to shatter the orbs while the Keeper feeds... has a body that I can rend.
You set my companions free. What power do you bring to this realm? The Keeper bound these two, but it said I was too precious for bonds. Its master wanted me to decide for myself when my memories return. What does that mean? Memories of what? A fanatic? Daedric princes? Your words ring true. What? What did I do? I killed. Yes, I killed. I remember. I thought they deserved murder. Yes. And it isn't over, is it? Because now my mother murders in...
It's so good to have my body back again.
Strange.
Tried my patience long enough. Feel the wrath of Veloth's judgment.
Vox is defeated, and Veloth's judgment returns to the temple where it belongs. Our will prevails. Order shall be restored. These are but a few of the innocents Vox imprisoned in her reservoir of souls. But her power is broken now, and they're free to pass on. That was your doing. Both Malvari and Daravis have been dead for a long time. They cannot return to life, but they can be set free. Yes, but your journey continues. The time has come for you to move on. We will work to restore order in Morrowind. You may leave that to the Three.
Excuse me, celebrated hero. Could you spare a few minutes for a poor agent of the pack?
Do you need something, citizen? Ah, yes. I was told you might report to me. On behalf of the Tribunal, the Ordinators thank you and offer this reward. And may the Three watch over you.
free sample?
Welcome, friend.
It costs you nothing to look.
Nothing about you says risk or challenge, and especially not punch a troll in the face while wearing a crown made from your own trousers. If you care to prove me wrong, I could introduce you to my two best friends, Gold and Bragging Rights. Redbrook bandits hold up an Elasan tower and they're robbing wagons on the road to Daggerfall. Some of what they robbed are heirlooms worth nothing to anyone but the families in Daggerfall. So I want you to rob them back. I want you to pick a fight with whoever leads those marauders. I want you to win. And then, I want you to bring back the heirlooms.
You were at Eidolon's Hollow and survived. You must be stronger than a mammoth.
Stranger, may we speak?
Damn these crowds! We're going to lose our entire shipment.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important.
Living under Mother Armalexia's benevolent grace is most inspiring, though I will never understand why she is offended by Mage's levitation spells.
Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn. One of our order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally.
Some of my Dark Elf friends. I didn't put any stock into the words of those stargazers until I saw my first sand giant. It cut a horse in half. I haven't run so fast since I was stealing meat on the streets of Riften. Now we're all listening a bit more closely. Everyone is these days. Funny how a few months ago, they were just a bunch of star-obsessed loonies. Now, they're the only folks with any idea what's going on. Their observatory is up on top of that big hill there. Can't miss it.
Speak quickly. I am very busy and our order is stretched to the breaking point. Of course. I'm sorry. You've come to help us and I'm being rude. Then I'll start from the beginning. A short while ago, the 3 guardian star signs, the warrior, the mage, and the thief, vanished from the night sky. I wish I knew. I've studied the stars my whole life. I've heard them speak, but now they're silent. It's eerie. All I know is when the Guardians disappeared, 3 powerful beings started attacking Craglorn. They call themselves the Celestials. I don't know. It's not a name I'd ever heard before. 2 of the Celestials identify themselves as the Warrior and the Mage. The third, strangely, calls himself the Serpent, after the 13th constellation. The thief is nowhere to be found. Stargazers consists of scholars who are no match for the current threat. We need champions to face the warrior, the mage, and the serpent, and, if possible, to find the thief. Join us. Be our strong arm. Thank you. We have a lot of work to do. But first, you must become an official member of our order. Stars above, let this new light do your will.
Accept them, O stars.
Let them always follow where you lead.
Oh, please aid them.
And bless them to restore those who have fallen from glory, our missing guardians.
Oh, please bless them.
We must talk. Do not be afraid. I am a friend. Forgive me. I did not know any other way to contact you without revealing myself. Even now, the Serpent's followers, the Scaled Court, are searching for me. I am the Celestial Thief. I appeared with the other Guardians when the Serpent broke free and manifested in Tamriel. One by one, the Serpent trapped the others. First the warrior, then the mage. He wants to do the same to me. Yes, they attacked Craglorn against their will. Listen, the Serpent's nature is chaos. He wants to undermine the very order of reality. He will not stop with Craglorn. My power alone is not enough. You must free the other Guardians. I will help you as much as I dare. But the Serpent is looking for me. If he ensnares me as he has the others, all is lost. Hara and the Stargazers will help you. Use their knowledge. Look for the presence of the Scaled Court. Where they are, the Serpent is surely at work. But you must not tell anyone you saw me. The Serpent's followers are everywhere. It would be surprising if I didn't. The Stargazers are only dimly aware of it. They carry an ancient legacy as students of the star signs. Their devotion has not gone unnoticed. In a way, just as you might look at a picture of the star signs and say, that's the thief, or that's the warrior, just so, I'm the thief, or one way of seeing the thief. Of the 12 rightful star signs, it's the Guardian's duty to protect the lesser signs, our charges, against the destructive ways of the Serpent. With the warrior and mage under the Serpent's control, their charges are vulnerable. So is Tamriel. You have been accepted by the stars above. You are now one of us. The stars have accepted you. I just hope it is not too late. Volumes of prophecy have been written about the stars, but not even the oracles foresaw these events. Gather allies before you leave the city. You'll need loyal friends to face the armies of the warrior, the mage, and the serpent. Return to me each time you learn something new. I will use what you learn to devise a plan to defeat the Celestials. It appears that the Serpent has gathered the bulk of his forces in the mountainous region to the north and sealed himself within. So much the better. That gives us a chance to learn what we can about this threat and plan a defense. Tradition holds that the warrior is one of the guardians who defends the other stars against the Serpent. But the warrior celestial who has recently appeared is no friend. He commands a merciless army of ancient Yokudan warriors called the Ankara. All I know is they are ancient and dangerous. I've heard intriguing rumors from the Daggerfall Covenant outpost to the west of a champion who appeared about the same time as the Ankara. That may be a good place to start looking for answers. One of our number, Errol, has been examining old Nedic writings on the subject. He hopes to find insight into the Celestial's sudden appearance. Errol is smart, but he's not exactly battle-hardened. I'd be grateful if you'd help him. Tradition holds that the mage, the warrior, and the thief are the guardian star signs. But the magical events in the foothills of Craglorn, including an ever-growing army of Atronachs, suggest that the mage has fallen under the Serpent's control. The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors, but it's clear they're answering to another master now. And, if anything, their numbers are growing. I'm at a loss. The conjurers who summoned the Atronachs have disappeared. But since the Atronachs were summoned to defeat the Dark Anchors, perhaps the Dolmens hold a clue. Strange things. Difficult to describe. A large spell scar in the middle of the desert. And the appearance of 2 high elves in Belkarth, each claiming to be the mage herself. It's as if the mage tried to fight back against the Serpent and lost. I wouldn't rule it out, but I haven't had time to look into their claims. You're free to investigate, but be wary of a trap. The Serpent could simply be baiting us. Last I heard, the women were still at the Crossroads Tavern here in Belkarth.
Help! Please! Many lives are at stake. Please, you must help. There was a terrible accident. My colleague is in grave danger. My colleague, Kelman Locke. We're sorcerers. He leads my circle, or or Lehadai. We sought to shatter a dark anchor at its base, to show the Fighters Guild we can do it more efficiently, so we traveled to the Proving Grounds Dolmen, but our plan went horribly awry. The Circle summoned Atronachs to destroy the dark anchor. Instead, they turned on the Circle. One of the Celestials must have caused it. I'm no conjurer. I wasn't next to the summoning when it happened. It's the only reason I escaped to seek help.
The Celestial Mage? You were at the observatory earlier, weren't you? I thought I saw you talking to Hara. Are you going to visit the tavern? The two high elves inside the tavern claim, quite loudly in fact, that they are aspects of the Mage. The very Celestial that fell from our starry skies. They're asking the Stargazers to help them put the pieces back together, or some such nonsense. Even offered to let me touch some strange relic to see the truth. But let me tell you, nothing good is... When the High Elves approach you, remember that I warned you. Those women have a strange way of spotting anything related to the Stargazers. And guess what? If you're working with Hara, you're related to us. They've been making a nuisance of themselves in Belkarth for the last few days. Claim they need to speak to Hara of the Stargazers immediately. Of course Hara hasn't been available, so they came here to wait. No, and that's why we're here. Hara wanted us to make sure they had legitimate business with the Stargazers before she sees them. But all I found out is that they're legitimately crazy. Still, I kind of want to believe them, you know. Well, for one thing, all of the pictures of the constellations portray the Mage as a bearded old man. For another... And this is why you should inform this Hara of yours immediately. It is urgent that we speak to her. Yes, we are wasting time repeating ourselves to a lackey.
I'm trying to understand what you just told me. There are other versions of you elsewhere in Craglorn?
As we explained, and with exceptional clarity, we are merely aspects of the one you call the Celestial Mage. Even as we stand here, the Serpent seeks to control us all. Even now he gathers our aspects to use as his own, assembling them into a false mage who is entirely in his control.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say. I'll talk to Hara, but I can't make any promises. The constellations have disappeared from the sky, and we have other things to deal with right now. Good God, these high elves are mad.
The stars shine before him, pleading for help, and he's too busy looking at the empty sky to realize it. A drink, then, to ease our patience. You, mortal servant, deliver us your finest... what's the word? Ale?
Ale, but the brewer serves drinks in the other room.
Ah, you're here at last. Do not be confused. We foresaw your arrival. The one who has walked across the plains and faced down gods. Or do we speak of things still to come? Time is much more fluid among the stars. We are the one you call the Celestial Mage, or at least two aspects of a larger whole. The Serpent shattered us, weakened us. He plans to control us piece by piece, aspect by aspect. Hold still but a moment and we will show you. Witness the treachery of the Serpent. You won't win, Malazar. I am too strong for you.
You underestimate me, Vala. I have more tricks at my disposal than you could ever imagine. I have drawn you out of your apex stone and made you vulnerable. I know the power you wield. I am not fool enough to try to swallow you whole, but a piece at a time.
I will not let you do this. I will stop you.
Protest as you will, but I have already won.
Now you know what the Serpent has done to us. How he split us into pieces. He intends to locate our weakened aspects and forge them into a being he can control, one poisoned by his corruption. You must find our aspects before the Serpent does. Take this relic, the Seeker's Sight. It is a compass of sorts, one that is connected to all aspects of the Mage. But like the Mage, the relic is broken. When you repair it, it will recognize our other aspects, and when we fell from the sky, the 3 gems that power the Seeker's Sight were lost. You will need to retrieve these gems to make use of the relic. Thank you. With the Seeker's Sight restored, we can locate our other aspects before the Serpent takes control of them.
This won't do. This just won't do at all.
The Scaled One grows stronger. Another part of us has been lost. The snake eats and never grows full. His hunger is endless. Our time grows short, but the mortal has returned with the Seeker's sight. Then converse with our helper. If the serpent continues to feast, no power will be able to stand against him. You have restored the gems to the Seeker's sight. Good. But we are running out of time. The Scaled One has found another of our aspects. We felt her turn. He is creating a corrupted version of ourselves. And this Lost One grows. We cannot use the Seeker's sight to find the other aspects. Not until the gems are recharged with magicka. Without the mage to control the ebb and flow, magicka seeps through cracks all across Craglorn. Look for places where the magicka is so dense. Hara has finally agreed to see us, and we will meet with her soon. Do not delay. The enemy grows strong, and time is not on our side.
I must finish this.
I know you want to help the Nord Cultural Exchange. Hail! I am Rigert the Brash. I lead our glorious expedition for Nord Cultural Exchange to the Dark Elves. Excuse, please, Dunmer. The proper term for puny ones is Dunmer. Small, I mean. Must remember. Talk slower and louder. Let me start over. I am Rigert. We're brand new diplomats, here to learn about Dark Elf way of life, and spread word about our glorious Nord culture. Such knowledging will strengthen our alliance. Badly. The Registrar makes us wait by this giant smelly toadstool while our gifts of culture, art, and religion gather dust. How about you take these gifts for us? Trade them for Dark Elf stuff. We need books. Thank you for helping our glorious expedition for Nord Cultural Exchange. Hopefully the Registrar will call soon. In the meantime, I have leads on where you can take items for trade. Ha! Good joke! Rigert can't wait to use it on the Dark Elf Ambassador. Now, which glorious item can I tell? Dark Elf dress is so fancy. I heard of tailor in Mournhold's crafting district named Irila Malaron. Give her our gift of Nord traditional garb. She'll be so impressed, she'll give us nice Dunmer clothes in return. Thanks. Thank you for... good. Little Greyskins mentioned a place with a great library. Shada Stula. They're sure to appreciate our book. Maybe trade for a book on Dark Elf culture and customs. That would be most... That is a top-notch cultural relic. A heart of the wild. Take it to the monastery called Muthnar. Give it to monks as offering. But make sure to get a good Dark Elf friend. Thanks! And remember to speak loudly.
Clothing. Fine raiment here. The finest and... I prefer gold. But what have you got? What's that odor? Have these ever been washed? Wait. This is baby mammoth fur. It's illegal to export it. You know, in the name of cultural exchange with our allies, I might have something to trade. Baby mammoth fur! The great house nobility will go mad for this. Here. Take these display pieces. They were made with my experimental dyes. Makes the colors nice and vibrant.
I think I'll stay right here for a while.
We should have never come to this awful place.
You said you'd handle any trouble.
You said this was a shortcut!
I am obliged to you.
Much appreciated.
I've never been this far from home.
Me too, Lena. I want to learn how to unleash my inner powers.
But before we unleash, we must learn to control. What do you want? Do you have an invitation? Because the Academy couldn't find a living person who could tolerate rowing spoiled mages in training back and forth all day long. Plus, I owe the Academy a debt I won't be able to repay in 100...
You're not supposed to be here, are you?
Welcome to Shadowstula. I maintain this... Maybe, but I've seen it all. Oh, my. Do you know what this is? It's an original edition of The Art of Love and Swordplay of the Nord poet Fjoki. It details in epic balladry the carnal exploits and adventurous deeds of the warrior poet Fjoki. The author claims the work is a true history, but many of the exploits it recounts. Fjoki was a bard of exceptional imagination but decidedly limited skill. According to his epic stanzas, he never met a creature he couldn't make love to or kill. Or both. No, it's lurid trash and common as guar. But I admit I've had a weakness for Fjoki since my youth. What do you want for it? Dozens of works describe individual aspects, but nothing really encompasses that vast and labyrinthine subject. Try this one, the Dapper Dunmer. It's all yours.
They're burning alive in there, and I can't save them!
Things are in some disarray here at the monastery. Did you need something important? I don't know what to tell you, stranger. Have you seen what's happening here? Did you bring arms and armor, or maybe some kindle pitch? That's an animal heart, like from an ox. What am I supposed to do with a dried ox heart? Patience, patience. The three have taught us. Fulfill your rights and duties. Here, take this loaf of stale bread. Tell them it's the holy loaf of... Oh, I don't...
Such terrible slaughter.
Welcome back, Deputy Envoy. Did you have luck making our cultural exchanges? We're still waiting to hear. My eyes are round with wonderment. Look what you have brought us. We accept these fantastic gifts. We now show our respect for the excellent Dunmer culture. Wait a moment while we change into this stylish Dunmer. All right, lads. Time to don our fancy new elf clothes.
Envoy Riggett, I regret to inform you that you'll need to wait a few more days.
Trolls take you, Registrar. Yeah. We go home now.
No, wait. You can't leave. It's highly irregular. Think of the paperwork.
Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars...
I've been waiting for this my entire life.
This is so exciting.
Me too, Lena. I want to learn how to unleash my inner powers.
Tell me, how did your invitation arrive? In the claws of a bird of prey? In the fist of a charmed giant? I got mine from a terrifying ghost. What do you mean, what do I mean? Your invitation to attend Shadastula, of course. Oh my, we're waiting to depart for Shadastula, the Academy of Magic. The Academy sends invitations to only the most promising mages, trains them to become leaders for the houses in the Ebonheart Pact. My apologies. I thought that was common knowledge. It's not that simple. You have to be invited. No invitation, no boat ride to the island. The Academy is quite exclusive. All of us waiting for the boat have invitations, but I doubt you'll find anyone willing to hand one over to you. It's a big honor to be invited. Anyone willing to toss... Well, Girvarda doesn't seem very thrilled about going to the Academy, and Rennis and Guroni will wager on anything. I even heard some students buy their way onto the boat, but I'm not sure I believe it.
My father said I was the most amazing wizard he'd ever seen. You're trying to goad me into a fight. Me? That's hilarious. Do you know how many of my father's advisors I've sent to the healers off? I killed something once, but it was an accident. Wait, why are you bringing this up? Academy students just spar. You know what? Why don't I just give you my invitation? No sense fighting over this silly thing.
Must I repeat myself? This vessel is only for those who have been invited. Yes, yes, you're something special. Come aboard and prepare yourself to enter a realm.
I hate boats. All the rocking and back and forth and back and... By the three, I think I'm going to be sick again.
Greetings.
Shouldn't have eaten right before we... Oh my, that's just...
Our friend looks more blue than usual.
Magistrix Vox was finally defeated. I heard she used to be one of Amalexia's handmaidens. Students concentrate.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
Welcome to Shadowstula. Proud. Ah, yes. The Archmage asked me to expect you. No need to be worried. The Archmage has visions about people all the time. It's one of his many, many gifts. My pleasure. The Academy trains promising magic users to become great scholars, charismatic leaders, and mighty heroes. It's sponsored by the Great Houses, and this is the first season that we're accepting candidates from all Pact nations. What a silly question, of course not. The Mages Guild has too many ties to the enemy alliances. The Academy is strictly a training ground for future leaders.
Welcome, student. Study hard and you'll do well.
Not another There's a bounty on your head, and I'll see it paid in full. Another happy customer. Huzzah.
I expect my students to strive for excellence. I demand brilliance, determination, and eagerness to embrace the ineffable mysteries of our noble calling. Do not doubt what was meant to be. Powers beyond our comprehension set things in motion, and all we can do is take the ride. I saw you in my visions. You have come. That part of the vision remains clouded. Nonetheless, here you are, and we must get ready. I need to confirm your sensitivity to magic. The lights in the next chamber form a test of sorts. Touch the vision orb behind me. Watch the pattern play out. Simply repeat the order by touching each... sensitivity is impressive. I knew you could do it. Well done. Now to business. Something threatens this academy, but your presence here will save the day. You've seen it. War and disease ravage our lands. We're surrounded by enemies, yet still we tear at each other's throats. Our students will help change that. And you will keep them safe so they can We will figure that out together. Though the invitation didn't start out in your hands, that's where it ended up. You were meant to be here. A great danger approached. Now I must find a way to comprehend what monumental task you've been... Ready for your next task?